We're going to be joining Dave Lumley. He's a charter boat skipper out of Hartlepool. He's got two boats. He's got the Famous and the Alley Cat. And I don't know whether he's out at sea at the moment, but we'll take pot luck and see if he is available or not. We're still trying to connect with Dave. And hello, Dave. Morning.
Morning, Tom.
Morning, Dave. Are you out at sea or not?
Yeah, we've managed to get away today.
Oh,
we're just
good.
out in the alley cat today.
All right. So have you started to fish yet, or are you still on your way out?
Yeah, we've been fishing for about 5 or 10 minutes. We've just had, we've just had one fountain on some bait.
Right. So whereabouts are you? Are you on that big skier? It's about 8 or 9 mile off Hartlepool, isn't it?
Yeah, we're about 9 miles, just straight off Saltburn we are at the minute.
Yeah, because you've got a big piece of hard ground there, haven't you? Rocks and everything. We don't seem to have that off the Tyne.
Yeah, we've got, we normally start, we're probably about 6 mile off Saltburn. There's a hard ground runs for a couple of miles around there, and if you run closer in, there's another set of hard ground in there, like.
Do you find that that's more productive than going onto the wrecks, going onto the hard ground?
Well, this time of year, when, like you say, the fishing's quite hard at the minute. Some days you might get a dozen fish, or another day 30 or 40. Yeah, you get when you get a longer drift stem, you get more chance to. If you're fishing a wreck, obviously, you've only got that
Exactly.
1,500 metres around the wreck area.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. You're right there. What about the baits? Do you prefer artificials, or do you prefer sort of worm, crab, mussel, mackerel strip, that sort of thing?
Well, this time of year, Sam, the mackerel squid baits fish well on the hot eyes, and so do the prawn baits. But we have been fishing on the shad as well, but predominantly the bait fish is a lot better earlier on in the year, like
Yeah.
get sent in the water for them.
When do you think the wreck fishing is going to get really started?
Well, the fish we're getting is still spawning as well, Sam. There's a lot of ruin in them and that, so I would imagine we need another 2 or 3 weeks of nice settled westerly weather and the temperature to warm up will sort of improve the fishing, I would have thought.
Yeah. When did the mackerel start moving in? Because last year they were quite late coming in, weren't they?
No, they were round about the 20th of May, 18th of May, sort of rings about, we've got our first mackerel.
All right.
Middle of May into June we'll start and see. But there was reports mackerel caught in the storm further north from the Blythe.
Right. Have you noticed any difference in the type of tackle that people are using nowadays? You know, years ago it was 50-pound class seek and destroy rods and reels could turn a wreck over. Have you noticed people have started to fish lighter now?
Yeah, a lot of people now, especially with the a lot more fishing with shads and the downgrading the size of the gate. They're like 20-pound rods and fishing with sort of Ambassador 7000s and Thorium 14s and 16s, sort of size reels. And grade's getting thinner as well, especially if you get high quality grade.
Yeah.
And they're getting more sport out of the fish.
You mentioned shads. I mean, I know that you're a great believer in sidewinders. And funnily enough, I've got one of the directors of sidewinders coming on after I was finished speaking to you. But any particular colour that you favour?
Yeah, well, in the sidewinder range, we like the ones with the red heads. I mean, a white clear body and a red head, and the mackerel ones.
Uh-huh.
They're the top ones for our area, I think to be.
Yeah, they've got a new one just come out called Skerries, and they look like a sand eel, a launce. You know, put them alongside a launce and the doubles, and I'm just wondering how they would act up here.
Yeah, a lot of them use the 6-inch the sidewinder eel in the rhubarb and custard colour.
Yeah, that's a favourite, isn't it? Rhubarb and custard.
Yeah, we'll slowly flavour it into quite deadly for the cod and the pollock, like.
How would you fish one? Anybody that's never used a shad before, how would you tackle up and how would you fish it?
Well, it's very simple. I use a shed. I put a length trace, probably 40-pound mono, maybe 4 to 6 foot long, with a snap swivel on one end, and obviously the shad tied on the other. And then I just use 60-pound braid, and I have another snap swivel on my main line, and then I put my stinker onto my snap swivel on my main line, and the other snap swivel I clip onto the eye of the swivel that attaches to my main line, and I just drop into the bottom, and some people call it hopping. I thought like do a slow jig motion with a sinker, so it's always in contact with the bottom.
Yes.
And I find that works well for myself. But a lot of people still do the slow retrieve, like winding up 20, 30 turns, and obviously you don't have to strike when you catch your fish, you just have to keep retrieving and shoot itself. So
Yeah.
I prefer just like hopping off the bottom with them.
Yeah, I know that the last time I was out on your boat with you, I had been using it a different way, but I noticed you were getting more fish than I was, so I tackled up the same way you did, and that seems to be the way to do it, as you just mentioned there.
Yeah, we like the fish. Well, you've only got the two swivels. It's a very easy setup, very simple.
It is.
If you get tangled with another angler, you can just unclip your gear, untangle it, and you sort it out in minutes.
Yeah, because
in fact, I think there's two fish coming up now.
All right. Well, we'll let you get on with your fishing, Dave. And thanks very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us. And you are at the moment 7 or 8 miles off the coast of Cleveland. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We're probably 9 miles from Hartlepool and 6 miles off Redgird Beach.
Excellent. Let me know tonight what you get today, or give me a ring tomorrow or something, Dave, and we'll put it in the Chronicle next Thursday night.
Yeah, we'll do, Sam.
Oh.
If you've got another minute, I'll tell you what the fish is got coming up.
Go on then. Yeah.
He's winding next to the pen. Hang on. He's up around 3 things, right? So, well, he's got a small codger there, about 2 pounds on a white leadhead.
Right. Oh, well. That's one fish. He probably put that one back, will he?
Yeah, that'll go back here. He's got one, so he'll turn that one a bit small, and hopefully he'll catch another one a bit bigger.
Exactly.
Tonight.
Exactly. Dave, thanks very much indeed, and you can't get much more live than that. That somebody's actually caught a fish in a boat 8 or 9 miles off Hartlepool while you've been listening. Dave, thanks very much indeed. I'll speak to you later, mate.
All right, Sam, thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks, Dave. Bye. Now, Dave is the owner of the Alley Cat and the Famous out of Hartlepool. I gave you his number last week, and I should have asked him to give it this week again, but I'll give it away next week.